up next with Gemma Guyardi, Astronacci founders and CEO. Gemma, are you there with us?
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi.
So we saw spot gold is jumped to a new records high after the September rate cut. So walk us through on what's going on, what's happening with the gold after the Fed rate cut, and then go back in history. What is the performance usually is?
As I mentioned in the previous episode, that the correlation between the Fed rate cut and the gold price is always bring the gold higher after the Fed cut the rate, and which is that's become a reality now. And then together with the Middle East tension from Iran attack in Israel, now we're also looking at the gold jumped significantly a few days ago, but now we're looking at a potential of correction. Today in Indonesia time, we got a new moon phase, which is that has 90% correlation for price reversal. It means if you see the gold is slightly declining now, we still have roughly about 12 to 24 hours for waiting. The new bottoming will form, which is the gold most likely going to go down to 26.12. So that's the first support for the gold. So we're looking for significant correction for the next 12 to 24 hours before it's going to climb back to 26.62. So traders can look for a sell trade for now until 24 hours, and then we're getting ready to buy back the gold.
All right, so before I'll let you move on to the next one. So walk me through this. So during the Fed rate, so what usually happened to the gold prices?
Yeah, the correlation is always, every time the Fed cut the rate, the gold always rises significantly. So that's the correlation. And then that's already happened. I mean, like during the last Fed cut rates, it's gold strengthened about 388 pips or 5.45%. And as you can see, the new all-time high last week. Then after that, now is the moment for a little correction for gold.
Are you seeing this, it's still going to be bullish, or do you see for a deeper corrections in the short term? I mean, Jerome Powell might said that it might have another cut or maybe two cuts until the end of the year.
Yeah, for now we're experiencing a minor correction. I mean, if you see in the big picture, we're still bullish, but for the next 24 hours, probably in the next 2 days maximum, we're still looking for a declining price in the gold until 2,610 or 26.12, something like that, and then we can start buying again for the gold.
Right. Okay.
All right, so take us through spot gold price prediction in weeks to come. I mean, you mentioned 24 hours, we still gonna see some corrections, but like weeks to come, are we gonna see, I mean, it's kind of funny, you know, the gold was going up before the Fed rate, and then like it's keep going all-time high, and then of course anything go up has to see some correction, but are we going to see this rise, or are we going to see something that's gonna affect the gold price?
Let's take a look to the chart that you have on the screen. If you see that, that's a daily chart, and the price is moving in a very strong bullish trend, but the secondary reaction or a corrections now is happening. And if you can see there's a vibrational date between the October 3rd to the 4th. That's most likely the end of the declining period.
So right here is on the 4th,
Yeah, so the 3rd of or the 4th October, that probably will be the end of correction at the price at 2,600 before the price will rise again to 2,685 and maximum to 2,708. So that's the next target price. So whatever the news will support whatever the analysis that we have today. Probably the Middle East tensions getting intense, and maybe the Fed, right? But we're still looking at 2,700 for the gold price. And now for the long-term investor or the swing trader, they should looking for the new buy position, which is probably about like the 3rd to 4th October 2024. And the short-term traders, they're looking for the short sell trade until 2,600 for the next 24 hours.
Okay, you talked about the Middle East tension. Netanyahu said Iran would have to pay for the missile attacks, while if Israel does something, then there's going to be a vast destruction. That's what Iran says. So how do you see this geopolitical tensions at the moment resulting into gold? And if a wider conflict escalates, how much could it push on the gold prices?
So by the declining price of today, I just see that the tension in Middle East already priced in. It means the gold would not appreciate more because of that tensions, because after the Fed cut is already rose significantly. So now at least it's gonna moving sideways for a while during the tension. I don't think it's gonna appreciate more because of the tensions getting hotter.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pak Gamal, before I let you go, just want to make sure you mentioned earlier a disclaimer on October 3rd to 4th. We're gonna see we continue gonna see correction until the end of the week, and we might gonna see we gonna see a surge to 2,700 levels, somewhere around there.
That's the highest. We're looking gold to be back at least to 2685, and then we're looking for 2,700. But for now, the gold must stop declining before the October 4th, okay, October 3rd until 4th, because the new moon phase is there. Short-term traders looking for a sell trade like intraday, and then the swing trader, positioning trader, or investor, they're looking for the new bottom at 2,600.
All right, Pak Gamal, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Appreciate your insights.